Hey guys, what is up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? I hope you're all doing really well and having a really great day. This is part 3 of my Radeon VII mining rig build, and I need to get an OS installed on this rig now. And before I do that, I just wanted to show you guys how powerful these fans are. It's seriously just insane. 200 CFM, 4K RPM, and you guys can see in the back wall here, these flowers are flying. Literally, they're just flying. So much air movement is coming from these fans. It's just insane. Just insane how much CFM is being pushed out right now. Like, in my opinion, this feels like AC. It feels like air conditioning right now coming out of these fans. It's so much air. I cannot wait to see the temperatures out of these cards. And yeah, it's gonna be insane. Okay, my friends, so you guys may have saw the last video. I pretty much ended finishing building this rig minus the PCIe cables, but I have to put the OS on first before I do that. So I'm gonna go ahead now, turn this rig off, and I'm gonna plug in a monitor and keyboard and get this rig going on Windows so we can get it mining. Okay, so let's go. Okay, I just gotta turn the rig off first. It's gonna get real quiet. Ah, there we go. Much better. I mean, it's not as bad. I mean, the RX 480 rig with the HP server power supply still creates some noise, but not compared to these fans. Just insane. Just insane. Okay, let me plug in the mouse and keyboard and monitor. Alright, so I got the mouse, I got the keyboard, and I got a monitor. All plugged in, it's got power. I turned off my L3 Plus, okay, so that's no longer mining right now because I need to use a power cable for the monitor. So the monitor is actually on 240, which is kind of funny, sounds kind of funny to me anyway. I know some of you European guys, you guys already have your 240 volt as standard power, but in North America here we have everything running on 120. But as you guys know, my whole mining farm here, I have a 30 amp 240 volt breaker installed, okay, so I'm able to mine on 240. Okay, my friends, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna turn this rig on. I gotta do the whole screwdriver method to turn it on. There we go. Oh boy. I thought I heard some crazy noise, but it was actually this thing hitting the CPU cable. Whew. Okay, yeah, looks good. It's nice and loud yet again, and my light over there is actually moving. It's actually so much airflow. Okay, so it booted into my Windows USB. I'm gonna restart. Yeah, we need to go into the BIOS instead. Okay, so I gotta hit the delete key. I wanna check the BIOS. I wanna check the 4G decoding. I wanna check all that kind of stuff, okay? So, what's it say? BIOS has been reset, okay. Okay, so here we go. So I wanna go to miscellaneous settings. I'm gonna change this to Gen 3. I heard people said Radeon 7s work better on Gen 3. Okay, so next, I think, yeah, that's good. We are gonna do 4G decoding is enabled. Here we go. I need to change the display output to the iGPU or the iGFX, okay? So when I plug in the Radeon 7s, the video output will go to the onboard video plug, okay? The DVI port or HDMI, whatever your motherboard is. I think that's it, okay? So I think that's all I want to do. I want to do AC back to always on, so if the rig turns off, it will turn back on. Okay. Alright, that's it. I think everything else looks good. Let's go ahead and boot into the Windows USB. Okay, so now, yep, it's installing Windows now. So we wait for 20 or 30 minutes. No, not 20 minutes, maybe like 10 minutes. It'll be pretty fast. And yeah, it's not like mining OS, Linux mining OS, you know, it's like really fast to install. If this doesn't work out, okay, if Windows doesn't work out, I will definitely be trying a Linux OS. Okay, my friends? Okay, so I'll see you guys soon when I have Windows on. Okay, so one of the first things I do when I get into Windows is I go to ninite.com and I just choose Chrome, 7-Zip, Classic Start, and TeamViewer. So then I'm able to remote in and just have a different browser as well, and 7-Zip and all that good stuff. Next thing I check out, I just go to Device Manager and I always check to see if there's any missing drivers. Usually Windows is pretty good at finding it, but if not, I would go to your manufacturer website for your motherboard and download the specific drivers that you need. Okay? Properties, advanced, settings, advanced. I changed the good old virtual memory. Let's do it. So I have 6 Radeon 7s. Scratch that. I'm just going to do 60,000. I just realized it's not a 240 gig SSD, it's a 120 gig SSD. Alright, there we go. 60,000 should be fine. And we have to restart. Okay, so I'm just downloading the AMD driver and MSI Afterburner. So after this, I'm gonna turn off the rig and I'm gonna plug in the PCIe cables, and we're gonna install the AMD drivers for the Radeon 7s. So I'll be right back. Okay, plugging in all the USB to PCIe adapters into the risers into the motherboard. Okay, all the PCIe ones are plugged in, USB into each of the risers. I hope to God, or I hope to the mining gods, that this rig is going to work. I did say to myself, I may run into an issue. Okay, we shall see if it recognizes in Windows. Great thing is, in the BIOS we hit the AC loss power on, so if we hit this whole rig should automatically turn on. Perfect. None of them showed up. Literally, none of them showed up in the device adapters, display adapters. Isn't that funny? Okay, time to troubleshoot. Okay, my friends, it's been a couple of hours now, and I have troubleshooted many different things here. So, first things first, I was able to get 5 of the Radeon 7s to show up in the device manager. Okay, so as you can see there, 5 of them show up. But the only way I was able to do that, okay, was to change the motherboard. This motherboard was the Gigabyte GA Z270P-D3 motherboard, and it did not recognize any of the Radeon 7s. No matter which port I used, it would just not post. Nothing would post. I wasn't able to get into the BIOS at all with any Radeon 7s plugged into the PCIe slots. The weirdest thing, I updated the BIOS, I checked the RAM, I even changed the RAM stick out. I just could not get anywhere with this motherboard. Man, I had a feeling. I just knew it. I knew this motherboard would give me issues. But I replaced the motherboard with an ASRock BTC Plus Pro, okay, motherboard. And just in case some of you guys don't know, it's this motherboard right here, okay? The H110 Pro BTC Plus motherboard. Now, unfortunately, as you guys saw, Windows only recognized 5 Radeon 7s. And I am having an issue with one of these Radeon 7s. And actually, I'm gonna show you guys in the BIOS right now, the PCIe detection thing. Delete, delete, delete. Come on, get into the BIOS. Okay, so you guys can see here the PCIe slot detection. Press enter, and we have a troubled Radeon 7. It's number 3, I guess, 1, 2, 3. And it's specifically this Radeon 7 right here. I have done many different tests here. Okay, so I've changed the PCIe cables. I thought it was the PCIe cables, but that was not it. I've tried a bunch of different ones. I was afraid some of the metal contacts inside the PCIe was not making contact per se, so that wasn't the case. I tried other PCIe cables from other Radeon 7s. And then as well, I tried multiple different risers. I thought I was going crazy. I tried different ones that were not from Nerd Gears. I tried the U-Bit ones, and I tried at least 3 different risers, even brand new risers, okay? That didn't work. I changed out the USB cable, so you guys can see here it's actually this one that does not work. It's the blue one. That's the new riser with a new PCIe adapter and everything. It just did not work. And when I tried different slots, this red disabled PCIe would follow it. Whatever port that I was using on this specific Radeon 7, it would just not work. And I tried with all the Radeon 7s off and it would still be red. Okay, so I thought it would be like a PCIe lane kind of thing, but that was not the case. And yeah, I tried everything. I feel like this Radeon 7 is dead. I'm super afraid. So what I'm gonna be doing now is I'm gonna shut down the rig. I'm just gonna shut down the rig right now. Okay, oh my god, now it's nice and quiet. Sorry if it's too loud. Okay, so the Radeon 7 rig, I'm gonna try this specific Radeon 7 on another build or something. Maybe on one of these extra computers that I have here. I'm gonna see if it's gonna post. Let me take this out right now. Man, I just knew that I would be having an issue with this rig. I called it. When I showed you guys the past couple videos when I was talking about all the parts on the floor that I would be having an issue. I'm suspecting my motherboard here is gonna give me an issue or something. I have a feeling that this build is not gonna go perfect. I'm gonna be very surprised if this Radeon 7 build that I do is gonna run perfect. I just don't think it will. I feel like maybe I jinxed myself, but I just knew that I would have an issue. Okay guys, I have the Radeon 7 plugged into an old i7 4770K computer with the RM 750 watt. Okay, I have the monitor plugged in with HDMI, power cable, mouse and keyboard. Alright, let's see if this thing posts. Let's see if I get anything on the screen. Please. Nothing. Nothing. I think I have a dead Radeon 7. What did I do? I moved it from my condo to my second mining location. Oh no, I have a dead Radeon 7. Okay, my friends. I think that's what's going on right now. This Radeon 7's not even posting through the HDMI. I didn't even hear the computer beep actually. I'm gonna turn it off. Okay, I'm gonna try again, turn it back on. Just nothing. Just nothing. Doesn't even post. Okay, I'm actually gonna try another thing, okay? You guys know that I have been doing a profitability on a single Radeon 7. So, just for like an hour or maybe half an hour, I'm gonna shut this rig down and I'm gonna put that Radeon 7 that doesn't work onto this rig and see what happens, okay? Oh, I'm so sad I have to turn off my Radeon 7 profitability rig. It's been running so well. Look at all those shares. And closed. Oh man, that was really sad. Taking out the my first Radeon 7 I ever gotten right here. I feel so bad putting it here. I feel like I ruined it already. Okay, so my friends, here's the Radeon 7 that was not working on that PC back there and on the Radeon 7 rig here. Okay, I'm gonna see if it posts on my ITX motherboard here. I'm gonna see if I can remotely connect to it and we'll see if it shows up. Nothing shows up. I restarted the rig a couple times. I thought maybe, you know, it just needed a little jolt. But my friends, I think we have a dead Radeon 7. Oh man. I feel very, very defeated right now. Also, I'm very sad the strangest thing, I don't know why one of them would die. All I did was transport them here and I plugged them in. I can't think of why it would not work. The rest of them, okay, the rest of the 5 work, no problem. I'm able to see it in the PCIe auto detection and in Windows, okay, in the device manager. But this Sapphire, okay, so this is the Sapphire Radeon 7 specifically. It is not posting, not showing up in the Windows on my Radeon 7 rig here, the single Radeon 7, my first one. And it wasn't showing up on this rig, and it wasn't showing up on the test computer here that I have, the i7 machines. Okay, so, oh my goodness, that's really sad. I don't know of any other tests I can do other than, you know, I tried a real PCIe slot, I tried another mining rig to see if it shows up. And I tried so many different risers. I tried different PCIe slots on the motherboard. Oh, I am defeated. I am really sad actually right now. I really hope I can RMA this card, okay? So Sapphire, oh, alright. I'm gonna go through the, I guess, the RMA process for one of these Sapphire boxes here. I hope I can RMA this card and hopefully get a new one. Okay, my friends, oh my goodness, I knew something would happen. I knew I wouldn't have this rig 100% and I was gonna run into a problem. I called it so early, and man, I ran into a lot of issues. Motherboard, my initial first motherboard, the Gigabyte GA 270D3 didn't work, so I had to use a ASRock BTC Plus Pro motherboard, and that seemed to work a lot better. These 5 Radeon 7s worked, but this one decided not to work. I am so sad. Okay, my friends, yeah, okay, I guess I'm stuck right now. I'm gonna try to get that RMA'd first, and in the meantime, I guess I can try and mine on the 5 Radeon 7s. Yeah, I guess. Man, not as cool. I wanted to do all 6. I wanted to do all 6, and I was so close. Oh man, I'm so sad. I'm so sad right now. You guys are probably writing out in the comments, Red Panda, get destroyed, get wrecked. Guys, go ahead. I knew it. I knew I would run into an issue, and man, I'm just super sad right now. I'm super sad. Have any of you run into a similar issue where, I don't know, a Radeon 7 or just, yeah, maybe a single Radeon 7 wouldn't work on a Gigabyte motherboard? Does that make sense to you guys? I've used plenty of these motherboards for other mining rigs and had no issues, but maybe the Radeon 7s are a different monster and require something different. I don't know, PCIe lanes? I don't know. I'm not sure. It's something I'm scratching my head right now. I mean, all I did was plug them in. I moved them in the boxes, the original boxes, over to my second mining location. I'm at a loss why this Radeon 7 would die. You guys know that I tested these Radeon 7s beforehand, and I was able to get them hashing, no problem. So something jolted it, I guess. Something jolted it, and it decided to die, I guess. I'm really sad. Okay, my friends, thanks for watching. Please let me know what you think. Let me know I would love to know if any of you guys have any Radeon 7 issues before. If any of you out there that made Radeon 7 rigs, if you've had any issues before. I'm glad I'm documenting my journey because this really sucks. And yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go crawl into a corner and stay there forever. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. And peace out.